I got bad experience, bro, with betting on boxing matches, bro. But y'all know I'm tapped in. I love boxing. I love to watch it. But I'm so scarred. And the nigga who scarred me the most in boxing is the boy Adrien Broner. Like, Adrien Broner make me damn near want to punch that boy. Like, I damn near want to see that boy, like, definitely in the ring, bro. Because I remember, bro, he ain't never been the same ever since this shit, bro. Hold up, bro. Let me run this back. Shit, they made a whole video for him. Let's watch it. Hold up, bro. Adrien Broner, you ruined my whole reputation. But Gervonta Davis, I think he brought me back to life when it comes to this betting. When it comes to betting and boxing, boy, I think my boy Gervonta Davis brought me back to life. You hear me? AB, you scarred me, my boy. You scarred me, my boy. I'm dead ass scared to bet now, boy, just because of you, boy. Because I remember, boy, I bet the table on that boy. I already knew it. I'm like, oh, yeah, Adrien Broner finna fight this dude. Pacquiao. Oh, he finna pack him out. Nah, I ain't throwing no disrespect on Adrien Broner name, though, bro, because Adrien Broner is definitely a GOAT. Now, who agree with me? But, bro, he is the example of don't let this get to your head. He the prime example of don't let it get to your head. Don't let the money get to your head. Let the fame get to your head. Don't let your wins get to your head. It's like, bro, you got to act like you never won a fight before, bro. You got to move vicious 24/7, bro. Grind like you ain't got nothing. And keep fighting like you trying to get your record up there, bro. Because AB, he just ruined himself, bro. Being too damn cocky, bro.
Have you heard of the tragic tale of Adrien Broner?
Oh, yes,
Adrien
we did.
Broner was once a young, talented boxer in the 2010s who looked like he was going to be the next Mayweather.
I thought he was.
Because of his ego, all of that talent was gone to waste.
Damn, he's saying the same thing I just said, y'all boys. The ego got to my boy head. He let it get to his head. Damn, AB, bro. Every time I just look at you, I do not want to just hit you with a Hugin 3000, bro. Like, dead
Today,
ass.
Adrien Broner is more so known for his losses rather than his wins. Of course, you have his infamous loss against Marcos Maidana. You also have his relatively more recent loss to Manny Pacquiao and that whole debacle with the post-fight interview. And in general, Adrien Broner is more so...
Hey, bro, y'all know what's so funny about this? Before he lost to Pacquiao, I'm telling you, bro, the confidence that boy Adrien had made me automatically assume that Adrien was going to beat Pacquiao out his sauce. When I say my boy was so confident, he was cussing everybody out. He done that cuss the people out in his corner. You know what? Whoever came with me, y'all could go home, bro. Like, I don't even vibe with y'all, bro. Just dissing all the wrong people, bro. And I thought he had it in the bag. The whole time they put his ass in the bag. Man,
known on the internet and by boxing fans for his lows rather than his highs.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Today, we're gonna be talking about Adrien Broner, a tragic tale of ego and wasted talent. A character arc and story so tragic, I swear this comes out of a screenplay. But before we get into all of the infamous moments of Adrien Broner's career and the moments you probably know him for today, we have to talk about the beginning, when he was a promising young star. Now, obviously, the comparison between Adrien Broner and Floyd Mayweather sounds ridiculous today. Back in the day, the comparisons were hard to deny.
I swear
he had the volume, speed, and
Milk
most importantly,
save
the
that boy was
accuracy
dead.
similar to Pretty Boy Floyd, and he used slick defense and sometimes the Philly shell like Money Mayweather. And obviously, you can't forget his flamboyance, his trash talking, his flexing of money, and his about billions persona. I would argue he was more funny and more savage than Money Mayweather. I mean, just take a look at this clip.
Regrets about anything that went on in the pre-fights and all the news conferences?
Negative. I'm good. I beat Polly. I left with his belt and his girl.
But anyways, if we go back to Adrien Broner's boxing capabilities, he had great KO performances against Martin Rodriguez, Escobedo, and DeMarco. And if you want to see highlights of these performances, I suggest taking a look at this video by HBO Boxing on the greatest hits of Adrien Broner. It's hard not to recognize the amount of talent he had when he was young and hungry. And even though this performance didn't end in a KO, he had a great performance against Paulie Malignaggi for the WBA welterweight belt and became a legitimate welterweight champion. But obviously, all of this would change on December 14th, 2013, when he would have his most infamous fight against Marcos Maidana. Before coming into this fight, he was coming off his win against Paulie Malignaggi for that welterweight belt, like I said before, and he was also undefeated. He was coming in as a huge favorite against Marcos Maidana, some having it 3-1 and some having it as high as a 5-1 favorite for Adrien Broner. And though Maidana was a big underdog, he was no pushover himself. He was a tough pressure fighter who had knocked out Victor Ortiz in a wild, vicious fight. He gave Amir Khan a really tough fight despite a loss, and he went toe-to-toe with Eric Morales. However, despite all of this, Adrien Broner was a big favorite coming into this fight, and everybody expected the young promising star to take another step and beat Marcos Maidana. But as you may know,
easy word. That was an easy word.
At the start of the fight, in typical Maidana fashion, he would put the pressure on Broner. And even though Adrien Broner was immediately put on the back foot, he still remained calm, confident, and even cocky in the first round when he started humping Maidana. Maidana had a great game plan.
Oh, that fight. Bro, that was the most disrespect ever, bro. Humping a dude in the middle of fighting. Like, bro, he was just too outrageous. Like, I get it. You got to be disrespectful to boss. I get it. You got to make your opponent look weaker than he is. But humping a dude is just wild work, my boy. Like, I ain't never seen that happen before. We done seen ears get bit off, all type of stuff. We ain't never seen nobody get humped. Matter of fact, I'm tripping. Muhammad Ali used to do that. He used to do a little dance or something.
When he started humping Maidana. Maidana had a great game plan and kept jabbing to the body, and by the second round, this game plan worked when he all of a sudden went upstairs with a left hook, dropping Broner for the first time in his career.
Papped his
Obviously,
ass.
This was a big moment.
That's probably what ruined his career right there. His first knockdown just... Damn, bro. Every time I look at Broner, it's just like, damn, bro, you was goated, bro.
In the fight, because the cocky bully that was supposed to win over this super big underdog got dropped for the first time in his career. From then on, Maidana kept putting on the pressure and landing with overhand rights and left hooks. Broner could not handle the pressure, and all he could really do is clinch in these situations. By the time we got to the 8th round, Maidana had full control over Adrien Broner with his pressure, and Marcos Maidana would again drop Adrien Broner with a left hook. And later in this round, Adrien Broner would get headbutted by Maidana in one of their clinches. And he actually hilariously and embarrassingly takes a clear dive to get more time, or maybe try to edge out a DQ. But thank God everybody basically called him on his bullshit, and the fight would continue. And towards the end of the fight, Maidana would actually get back Broner with this.
Now, dog. Man, what is y'all boys on? Like, y'all boy got a little bit too much sugar in y'all tank. Like, bro, what's going on with the humping in the middle of the match? Man, come on, bro. Come on, my boy.
Infamous move, and basically signal one of the greatest karma moments in boxing history.
Man, tooted that boy
over.
over.
To be fair, Broner actually started to land very well in the latter rounds, but by this time, it was little too late. Maidana would win via unanimous decision, while Broner would have to be carried out the ring with people throwing stuff at him, and it would make for one of the most memed pictures in boxing history. Now, following the Maidana fight, Broner would go kind of out of the spotlight, but still have 3 good fights against Carlos Molina, Emmanuel Taylor, and John Molina Jr., none of which were any finishes, but they were good performances and unanimous decisions. But then Adrien Broner would run into a young up-and-coming Sean Porter, who just kept putting the pressure on Broner and eventually beat him through unanimous decision. Following this fight, Broner would have a couple good wins until he faced Mikey Garcia, who completely dominated him from start to finish. This fight just really cemented that Adrien Broner really can't deal with high pressure and volume punching, and it just looked like he wasn't punching back. Directly after this fight, he was set to face Jesse Vargas, and by this time, his fighting career and his skills were definitely on the decline, but at this press conference, this really signaled Adrien Broner's decline in character as well. During one of the press conferences, Adrien Broner would, out of nowhere, start calling out the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, who was at the time the promoter of Adrien Broner, and called him a bunch of names I probably can't even say, but basically he was saying that the Mayweather Promotions was not out to represent him, and they weren't out for his best interests, and basically everybody was against him. This reminded me of the one scene in Scarface in the restaurant where Tony Montana just starts going off and calling himself the bad guy. But I think this was a little more sad just because this was happening in real life, and it was really awkward to see somebody at a press conference start calling out his own team and own promotions, and I think this is something...
Hold up. What you saying, my boy? That Tony Montana situation happened in real life too. And while you playing, so Adrien Broner damn near like the boxing version of Tony, bro. You know how you kick a bunch of ass and you get all the money at the beginning, and then it just go down at the end. Everybody just start kicking your ass. You feel me? Damn, Adrien went out like Tony, and then you just got your teeth knocked out not too long ago. It's like he tried to come back, but he just too deep in, my boy.
Something that you kind of talk about behind closed doors. But anyways, he'd go on to draw his fight with Jesse Vargas in a fight that was actually kind of a banger. Both guys were able to land a lot and land very cleanly, and I think if Broner was able to turn up his pace earlier in the fight, he could have won this. But unfortunately for Adrien Broner, this performance would kind of be overshadowed when he would fight Manny Pacquiao in his very next fight. Despite Adrien Broner only being 29 years old and Manny Pacquiao being way past his prime at 40 years old, Manny Pacquiao looked like the fresher and faster fighter going into that fight, and basically throughout the whole fight, he dominated him with volume punching, good pressure, and speed. Broner, on the other hand, kind of looked gun-shy the whole fight and never really had confidence to let his hands go.
That boy Manny looked like Sonic, the real life version of Sonic, and he throwing them things too. He throwing them quick too.
Manny Pacquiao dominated the whole fight, but more specifically in the 7th round, he was able to land a very good flurry, and in the 9th round, Manny Pacquiao lands with a left hand and rocks Adrien Broner, causing him to stumble to the ropes.
Man,
by the end of the fight, Manny Pacquiao would
tough.
win via a very easy unanimous decision, while Adrien Broner only landed about 8 punches per round and would be left with a very infamous post-fight interview. Besides this interview being very memed on, this kind of put the final nail in the coffin of Adrien.
Yeah, I remember this interview very vivid and clear. This the same interview where he said he won. Even the dude that's with him was looking at him like, nah, my boy. Nah, my boy, not this one. Yeah, you probably won a couple weeks ago. Even the dude holding the damn what's the name was like, bro, you really sure you think you won, bro? Nah, my boy, you ain't win, my boy. You did terrible, as a matter of fact.
Adrien Broner's career,
Adrien lost his damn mind. I think he won.
And the delusion Adrien Broner had. But despite this loss, Adrien Broner would continue to fight and fought Giovanni Santiago back in 2021 and had a solid performance in a very close fight. He'd go on to win via unanimous decision, and I don't know if this signals some type of return by Adrien Broner, but he showed flashes of that once promised talent that he showed when he was younger, and I'm very interested to see what he does next, and this may not be the end of his career. Though this isn't the end of Adrien Broner, it's kind of clear to see that all of his talent that he once had kind of went to waste, and that his inflated ego kind of ruined what Adrien Broner could have been. When he was younger, he had so much natural talent and promise. He was super athletic, quick, and accurate, and he also had the flamboyance and persona to draw in millions of people for his press conferences. He was also under the tutelage of Mayweather early in his career, and he could have been the successor. But unlike Mayweather, he never really had the drive and motivation like Floyd did, and he had other antics like rapping going on, and he wasn't 100% focused in boxing. You know, behind the glitz, the glamour, the money, and all of the flexing that Mayweather does, he has the work ethic, drive, and motivation behind all of it. He was an absolute work.
You ain't gonna catch Mayweather doing all type of other stuff. Mayweather's a different breed. That's why it just be funny to me when people talk shit about Mayweather. It's like, bro, what bad can you say about him other than he was talking crazy? See, Adrien Broner, he wasn't just talking crazy. He was acting crazy, and he was literally, you know, like cutting everybody out his own corner, slowly but surely. You can't even do that now. you could reach a certain level where you can start cutting folks off. But my boy, you ain't even conquer everything you had to conquer yet. You already dissing everybody in your corner. You see, Floyd, he at a position where he don't need a damn soul no more. Matter of fact, he don't even need boxing. If he box right now, it's for pure fun. Now, what y'all think ruined Adrien, bro? Do you think Adrien's ego ruined him? Do you think Adrien's habits ruined him? Or do you think the boy Adrien was just destined for destruction? You know what I'm saying? Or a combination of all of it, bro.